Hi guys, back again, and this time with Mr. Bob. Right, where have we got to so far? So the first signature, I just want to talk to you about that for a minute, actually. We'll go through it. So we've got this. That's a little, that picks up. There's pocket here, pocket down there, pocket at the bottom of there. Yeah, so that's nice. And then on the back, we've got a flippy flappy with a little pocket and a pocket there. Two pockets there, actually. Okay, so that's that. Then a page of the book. Then these double overlapping pockets. Then the suitcases down there with two journaling cards in there. And then we come to the book page like that. Now then, I did originally have another piece of coffee stained paper in there, but to be honest, this signature was getting, no, that's not that signature, is it? It's not, is it? It's all that signature, goodness. Yeah, it's getting a bit chunky, and that's before we really decorate it. So I've made an executive decision. And it's starting to step out as well, which I could live without. And the decision is that I'm going to remove the piece of paper that is the centre spread, because that looks like it's meant to be together. It is together. So that in itself, I think, is a nice centre spread, and it'll save bulking the book up just ridiculous amounts. So that's that. That is now ostensibly the first signature finished. So we'll move on to the second signature. That's that. So let's put this one back in the book and get second one out. I'll be glad to get these sewn in, actually. They're becoming a bit wayward. So this is the second signature. It starts at page 13. Then we've got page 14, and this is a piece of coffee stained paper. Let's remove the middle bit and I'll show you what it looks like. So it's 5 inches. This piece is 5 inches, and then 4.5, and I've folded it over, so I've got a little flap on that side. But this is the page we're dealing with today, and all I've done is cut some papers and glued them down over the coffee stain. So that's all I've done. Now then, this is kind of what I've got in mind. It looks a bit complex, but it's not as complex as you might think. I've got one piece from the 8x8 pad. I had to cut it down a little bit, but only between a 1/16 and a quarter, I'd say, something like that. And that, where are we? Here we are. That is going to get glued onto there like a side pocket. So glued at the top and glued at the bottom, maybe down that side, it's not necessary, so top and bottom probably, and we'll have a side pocket there. And then when it turns over to this page, I've got this other piece that I've folded there, and that's going to go in there like that. So that's the pocket from the front page. That lines up there, and this is what's the remainder of that piece of 8x8. And then I've got another piece of 8x8 that I've put, that is going to go onto there like that, fold over, and then we'll have this as a flap. So, yeah. But what I was thinking, that was kind of what I had in mind, but then I got to thinking I should actually cut this piece down a bit so I can get journaling in there. So yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. So let me give you some measurements. The pocket on the front is 2.25, and then this section here is 4.5. Okay, so that goes on like that. This returns for 4.5 inches. You remember the whole page was 5, so a half an inch short. Then this piece, I love that page, love it. It's going to glue onto there, but I'm thinking also the same thing about this, that I need to cut that down there to give us a pocket. Or I could cut it off there. I'm unsure what I'm doing here. Not for the first time in my life. I usually have all this thinking done before I bring you a video, but on this occasion I'm still thinking. So I like the idea of cutting that down, making a big side pocket here, and that flap coming over. Because we could have journaling on the back of there, couldn't we? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to cut this down by about 1 inch. Might need more, but we'll take 1 inch off it first, see what that looks like. So that goes there, that goes there, that fits up into there. Yeah, that's definitely better. That's much more of a side pocket now. Could probably do with being just a touch narrower. Oh, I think you'd be able to get things out of there. Yeah, I'm going to leave that. I'm just going to ink that then. Because there's no point doing all these tucks and stuff if we're not gaining any more journaling, is there? No point at all. Right. First thing I'm going to do is glue this on because it's confusing me. And you all know it doesn't take a lot to confuse me. So it's the top and the bottom that I want glued up to that crease. Or pretty near that crease anyway. So I hope you've all had fun today with your collages. If you're in the UK, we're actually baking. We've got really warm, unnaturally warm weather for us in the UK. But I'm not complaining. Makes everybody smile. That's nice. So right, this goes onto here. But I just want to have it folded when you put it on so you know you've got room for that fold there. So press that on firmly. And there we are, we've got a nice pocket in here to put some journaling. So that's great. Lovely. And then, well, that's it really, that's how it would be. So then you turn that over and I've got this here and I'm going to put that in there. Got this good big pocket here, a flap to put journaling on, which will all open up, and really I need some journaling on here too. Now if I were to cut this pocket, this off here, be a shame because I love that, but you know, what can you do? Then I'd have another pocket to put a journaling card in. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm just wondering whether to cut that in half, if that would be, if I'd still have enough, and I think I would. So I'm going to cut that armoire, posh word, isn't it? In half. There we are, and I'm certainly going to keep that because I love that. Right, let's ink this one as well then. So that should give us lots of pockets to put journaling cards in. So that's going to go there like that. No, it's going to come out, isn't it? What's the story, Jack and Ori? Is that what I said? It's going to come to there, and that's going to be a pocket. Is that what I said? I think so. Yeah, I think that was right. So that's going to be a pocket. And I'm leaving, I don't know what that is for the pocket, about 3/4 of an inch, something like that. An inch exactly. And then over the road we've got this, which is going there, and that's going to give us this pocket here. I think that's going to work. I don't know, it seems different now. Have I changed it in some way? I don't know. Do not know. So it's still going to give us this flippy floppy bit, isn't it? Yeah. Right, so let's get gluing. Let's glue this. Ooh, which bit do I need to glue? I need to glue this bit. This is the bit I need to glue. So I'm thinking I've definitely got to glue this as I go, because otherwise I'm just going to get totally confused. Right. Definitely don't want to leave the lid off my glue today, because it's just going to dry in seconds, I would have thought. So I want this like this, about 1/2 inch in from that edge, like that. Oh, yeah, like that, like that, like that. I would say fold this over. I'm going to have to bunch this up a bit. Like that, that's fine. Right, so now I've got a pocket, a big side deep pocket on there. Marvellous. And then when we open that out, I've got glue on there, which I absolutely shouldn't have. Silly ninny. But you're all telling me that as well. Just rub that off. There we go, like it never happened. So I've got a big pocket here. Ah, that's no good really, is it? Because that's going to come out there and come out here. That's not any good. Could have left my armoire in one piece. Okay, what am I going to do with that then? I'm going to have to glue one piece down, aren't I? If I glue that down there, then I haven't got a pocket there any longer. If I glued it down the middle, how about that? I'd have a long thin pocket there. I'd have a long thin pocket there, is that right? Yeah, I think it might be. Can I get that undone? Ooh, just about. So where is the middle of that piece? That's a good question. What does it measure? 3 inches. So 1.5 inches. Oh, I think that's the whole width of the ruler. Yeah, 1.5 inches. So let's just put that up there and put some glue down it. See, this is me when I'm not organised, things go wrong. But that's just kind of the way things are, isn't it? Things happen like that. So I'm going to put some glue down there. Not even sure if any glue came out. I think it did. And I can't get up any further than that, but we should be alright. So let's see what that's done for us, if anything. That'll be a little narrow pocket there, and this will be a little narrow pocket there, I think. Let's glue this back down. That's all right at the top, yes. And Is this all glued? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Right, well, I've no idea what we've got now. I think we should have two quite narrow, long pockets, but time will tell. Let's try it and see what we've got. This has decided to stick for some reason. Wow, is that where the line is? That's not even a pocket. That's the smallest of flaps ever. Wouldn't say this exactly worked, but I'm not wasting my paper, so it's going to have to. So, can I get anything in there at all? Yeah, I can. I can get something very tall and long, and that'll be fine. And then in the one on the other side, this one, what can I get in there? Maybe slightly deeper, but not much, just to about there. So yeah, it's something, that small little pockets, but they are something. So that didn't work so well, did it really? Let's be fair. So if I push that all the way in, I need to trim this off about there. Oh, it's a couple of inches, it's all right. Just a little over 2 inches actually. I'm going to cut it at 2 1/4. It's going to fit in there nicely. Yes, it is. So I need to back that and ink that. And then the one on the other side, this bit is not so big. I've got a problem here with the gluing situation. Yeah, that really does not go in very far. Particularly at this end. I don't know why that is. Where's my little... This'll do, let's try that. And just make room for it. Because that's way further back. I think that's okay. Let's give it a try. So I'm going to put that in there and see how far we can get. The top seems to want to go in further, but never mind. So I'll cut that there, and that really, that's narrow. That's just light of 1.5 inches. Inch and a half, just light of. So does that fit in there? You're going to fit in there? Fit in there at the top and not at the bottom because you're just awkward. That's strange, it's really strange. It just doesn't want to go, that's it. Okay, that's it, that's fine. Right, so let's just back those and put them in. Where's the other one I made? Was this it? I don't think it was that big, was it? No, not that big. So where is the piece? Where's the piece I cut then? Anybody know? Anybody see me put it anywhere? That's, no. I honestly don't know where I put it. Well, I've no idea where that went to, so I've cut another one that fits there. And now I'm just going to back those with this cream card that I use for virtually everything. I'd be devastated if Hobbycraft stopped selling this stuff, because I use it for everything. Quite like that side. That's nice, isn't it? Let's have a look. Oh no, it's the same as that. I can't do that. So, right first time. Mr. F's come up with some cracking technology. When I do these videos, unlike when I do lives, of course, I can pause. So if it's lunchtime or whatever time it happens to be, and I want to knock off the videoing for a little while, I can pause it from this bit of gadgetry that he's provided me with. It's ever so clever. And it just sits on my desktop. And I've got buttons to start recording, stop recording, pause and unpause. And there's another 4 buttons that I could have that do anything. So, yeah, Stream Deck Mini. It's like, I don't know, either I'm a record producer or NASA. I don't know which, but I've just got those 2 buttons. That one's record and that one's pause. So, excellent. It's very useful for me, I must say. Because sometimes, you know, when I lose pieces or whatever, or I just want to pause it because I'm just doing something dull and boring. Now I can just do it easily from here. Just a click of a button. So thank you, Mr. F, for that. I believe it wasn't cheap. But, welcome. But nothing to do with this is cheap. Videos and stuff like that. Right, there we go. Lovely. Oops, push that up a bit. Right, that's my fingers nicely glued up again. So let's just cut these out and then we'll round the corners. And they should go in more easily. And I'm not going to do anything else to them apart from ink them. And then we'll see when we come back doing the decorations. The decorations, if we want to add anything or not. If there's room to add anything. I was thinking about the pieces of chipboard actually, and somebody on a video, I think it was, gave me the, commented and said, because I'm always saying that they're so thick, they're difficult to place. And this lady, and I can't remember her name, I'm very sorry, said that she splits them and just takes the front piece off with the nice decoration and makes them much more usable, which I can see it does. So I think there might have to be quite a bit of that going on when we decorate this little journal. I've had fun this morning. I've been playing with Tim Holtz stuff. Which is my favourite thing to do. This house is absolutely full to the gunnels with Tim Holtz stuff. There's no room anywhere, and everything is well, not everything, but mostly it's Timmy. And he's my favourite thing to play with. And I don't know, I never seem to get the opportunity to play with him. So I took some time to myself this morning and I've been watching Crafty, oh hang on, let's stop making a noise. Crafty by Tony on YouTube, and she does wonderful things. They're all vintagey looking and just lovely. I could watch her all day. And she'd been showing some little ephemera items that she'd made, showed us how to make them and whatever. And I was talking to Tony Vince. Isn't that amazing? Because you could go your whole life and not meet a Tony lady. And now I'm talking in the same sentence about 2 Tonys. However, that wasn't what I was trying to tell you. Yeah, I was talking to Tony Vince about it, and she was saying that she really loves it too, because she's a grunge girl at heart, as Tony Vince. She does produce gorgeously pretty stuff, but I know her heart lies with grunge. So yeah, I'm working on the premise that she won't have watched this, and I sent her what I'd made this morning, see what she thinks of it. But yeah, if you're a grungy kind of girl or boy, then go over and watch Crafty by Tony. Tell her I sent you. She's just fab. But she recommended us. I know how you guys feel now, you know, when you say you've got a Miss P list going. I have a Tony list going. And one of the things that she was using was a stamp set by, it's a Creative Impression stamp set. I've no idea whether you can get them in the States or not. They're designed by a girl called Sam Poole, who's only young but very talented. And Tony was using one of their stamps, and I just had to have it. I'll show it you in a minute when I get finished doing these massive journaling cards. There we go. Definitely a day to water your plants this evening when the sun goes down off them. There we go. So we've got two little journaling cards, but they'll be fine. The larger one fits in there, like so, lovely, and the smaller one fits in there, it just fits in there. But it does fit, so that's fine. And that folds over like that. And then we need to put some journaling or something on there. And then we've got this here. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that either, to be honest. And we've got this big side pocket down here. Oh, there's a lot going on, isn't there? There's a lot going on. That folds over like that. That's right. So this is how it'll be in the journal. This will be the page you come to first with a big journaling card there. Then on the next page you've got this. This has got the little journaling card in. It flips out like that. And then when you open it, it's got a little journaling card there. And we'll have to see what we can do with this flip-flap thing here. Don't know, I'm taxing my brain today. But we do need a journaling card for there. So, what have we got? Oh, I've got the luggage. That would be nice there, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think I'll just trim that off there. I'll preserve that bit at the top. That's handy dandy. There we go. See if that fits in or if I need to alter it. Oh, that's absolutely perfect. Perfect. So I'm just going to pause you while I do the same thing again, back it and trim it and ink it and blah blah. Right, kind of up to date I think. This is the lovely big journaling card there on the front page. Perfect. Lots of journaling. Fits into there very nicely. Then this opens up like that. We've got this, which I'm not overly keen to do anything to. I really like it as it is. I love that paper. That opens up to that page. We've got this little journaling card in there. Then that opens up and we've got this tiny, long, thin bookmark in there. I don't know what I'm going to do on there yet. Nothing at the moment. But on this page, I'm just going to add some straight up journaling, just like that. So there's plenty of journaling on that piece there. And I'm going to stamp it, and I'm actually going to stamp it before I stick it in case I make a boo-boo, because that's not unheard of. So I'm just going to get my stump block out. I must get Mr. F to cut this in half actually, because it's a bit unwieldy as it is. So I don't want it too big, because then we've lost the journaling. There's a little one here that just says art. Might use that actually, that would be fine. Don't ask me where I got these from. I think I got them from Amazon actually. So I'm just going to use that one just down the bottom there somewhere. Get my stump block out. And I'm going to do it in VersaFine Vintage Sepia. Give that a try. Lovely. Yeah, that's perfect. It's just enough. Just enough. So put my ink away. Put my stamp away. Handy little stamp. There we are. Put the stamps back in the box. And let's just ink. Some of this is inked around because it was the page I had designated for the centre spread, which of course we've now decided not to do. This is vintage photo. I know it's coming out a bit dark, but that's because I used the dauber for some gathered twigs earlier in the day, so it's still on the dauber really, but I don't mind, it's fine. There we are. And when we come to decorate it, maybe we will put something on it. Maybe we won't, I don't know. I'm just going to pop that down there. This is Janya's lovely coffee stain paper. I don't know if she's got any in her shop. The shop's called Dreaming in Colour 27 on Etsy, but she as soon as she gets stuff made, she's sold out of it. So testament to how good it is, I guess. And it is good, it's lovely. I like Kyung's fancy paper as well. She does lovely paper. Right, let's get this on something like square. If I get that side square, we should be okay. There we are. Lovely. So it's just a nice piece of journaling. Lovely. And that fits over onto there. And when it's in the journal, of course, it'll lie flat because it will be more squashed. But there we go. So that's that page. Let's pop it in back into Bob and see what it looks like. It's given me some consternation, this page. Let's go in like that. So there we go, coming through the journal. Get to this page. Ah yes, nice journaling card. Fold it over. We've got that. Open it up. You've got that. I might put journaling on there. I really don't know at this stage. Could put journaling on there, but it's so gorgeous. Why would you want to? Like that, and then that opens like that. So there we have it. I hope you've managed to follow those instructions. They were a bit muddled at times, I think, today. But there you have it. Another page in Bob is completed. So we're on the homeward straight anyway. We're in the second signature, so we're doing all right. So I shall see you again very soon with either more Bob, or you never know, might be a bit of Timmy or a bit of collage. You never know what might pop up. So I'll see you soon. Bye for now.